Hello guys, in today's session we are going to start Python series. So we are going to cover all the Python fundamentals here. So first, this is the first lesson, and in this first lesson we are going to cover what is programming actually. Okay, so let's come to the board. You can see this is my board. So the first thing, what is programming? Programming is a computer language. A computer can understand this type of programming language. Okay, so why we need this programming language? The first thing, we need this programming language because computer can't understand a normal Hindi language and a normal English language. Okay, so we need a specific set of instructions that computer can understand. So these set of instructions, or you can say that a step-by-step of instruction is called programming. Okay, so I hope you understood programming is a language that a computer can understand. Okay, now the next part, which type of language computer can understand, that is a programming. Okay, but everybody know computer can understand a language that is in the form of bits 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, so is it programming like that? We have to write the code in the 0, 1, 0 format? No. So there is a thing like where the programming languages are differentiated in different formats. Okay. So first thing, I hope you understood, like programming language is a language that computer can understand. Okay, a computer can understand. Now the next part is coming here. What are the differentiations in different programming languages? Okay, so programming is differentiated in two parts. One is low level language and another is high level language. Okay, so you can see programming, a computer can understand. Programming is differentiated in two parts. First is low level language, another part is high level language. Okay, now the thing is coming in mind, like what is this low level language? Okay, so the low level languages are those languages that computer can understand easily. Okay, because these are the languages that are in the forms of 0, 1 format. Okay, so low level languages are also divided in two types of the form. First is the machine language and the second is the assembly language. Okay, let's see what is that part. When we are talking about low level language, so there are two parts. One is machine language and another is assembly language. Okay, so this machine language is that language that is in the form of 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, that is the machine language. So computer can interact with this language easily. In this language, what is happening in the machine language? Working is very fast. Whatever the instruction is like I am writing an instruction. I have to add two programs. I have to add two numbers. Sorry. So So it will become very fast and it will become very easy in this type of machine level language. But for which type of thing? Like it is very easy for computers only. We can't understand 1 0. If I'm writing like an instruction like you have read 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 then 1 0 1 0. So you can't understand it is written in this format A add B. Something like that. It can be like this way. Okay. But we can't understand this thing. We can understand this thing, but it is also a little bit difficult. Okay. So this is the machine level language. And this is called, this type of format is called assembly language. This is called assembly language. So what is assembly language? That is also a low level language. Okay. But it is dependent on the machine. Which type of machine? Like monitor? No. It is dependent on your CPU, your processing unit. Okay. So assembly language is always platform dependent. Okay. Every platform is like every processor is having a different set of instructions. Okay. So we have to write a program according to which machine we are using. Okay. So that's why it is called assembly language and machine language, and both languages are coming in this low level category. Okay. Now let's see what is the high level language. Okay. So what happened is like sometime before when these languages are coming, like machine languages and assembly language. So the first part was machine level language. So it is very difficult. How can we understand this 0 1 and we have to remember so many things. Now machine level languages are coming. So machine level languages are little bit easy from this, but it is also difficult because they are depending on the platform. Like if your processor is changed, if your machine is going to change, so you have to write all the instructions again. So now there is a need, a language that can be independent, okay, that can run in any of the platforms, that can run without, that means without any interruption. And a user, a maker, like we are the user, we are using the application and we are making the application. So it is easy for the user to make the application, to remember the syntax of the programming. So for that, a user-friendly languages are needed. Okay. So what we have to do, we are coming in that category. We are coming in the high level languages. High level language. Okay, so in the high level language, which languages are coming? That are platform independent, okay, that can run in any of the machines and that are easy to remember. Like you can easily remember the syntax of that language. So like C++, Python, Java, all these are high level languages. Okay. So what is the difference in the low level and high level? In the low level and high level. Low level processing is faster because they are very near to the machine. And in the high level, processing is comparatively slow. Okay, what is the second difference? Syntax is difficult. And here syntax is easy. Okay. So before checking this thing, how any of the program is working, how Python code is working, let's see what is language translator. Okay, language translator means like it is like in written in the name. What is translator? Translator means anything that is used to translate. Okay, for example, like I know English language, and somebody in front of me who knows Tamil or Kannada or any of the language. So what is going to happen? How can I communicate with that person? I need one translator who can translate my English to Kannada or Tamil, and after that we can communicate easily. So that is the same thing is happening here. What is happening here? Computer can understand only bits like 1001, only that thing. But we are writing the code like we are writing integer, float, sometimes we are writing function, add, all these things. So how computer is going to understand these things? Using this translator. Okay. So language translator is divided in three parts: compiler, interpreter, assembler. Okay. Compiler. So what is compiler? Compiler is a software that is going to compile your whole program at a time. Okay, means it is like you have written the code, and when you are running that code, so it will check your whole program, and after that it will give you like this is your error, and you have to remove that, and after that you are getting the output. Okay, so how the compiler is working, like this is your compiler. This is your compiler. Here your code. Okay, it will give you error. And here it will give you output. Okay, so what is happening? Like you have written your source code. After that, when you are compiling it, it will give you error. Okay, so these errors is totally depend on what is the length of your code. Okay, it can be 100 also. It can be 30, 40, 50. Means one at a time, it will give you all the errors. Okay, so after that, when we are going to remove the error, we will get the output. Okay, so where we are using this, it is normally happening in the C++. Okay. Okay. So this is called a compiler. Now, compiler is good thing. We are using compiler in the C. Without compiler, we are not getting the output. How can we get the output if we don't know like how the system is going to be executed? Now let's see what is the interpreter. Okay. So interpreter is also the same thing like a compiler. But what is the difference between interpreter and compiler? Interpreter is going to check your code line by line. Okay, like it started from the first line, first check, second check, third check, fourth check. In fifth line, if interpreter gets the error, it will show the message. Okay, and you have to remove the error. And if after that, in your 40th line is having some error, again it will check, and in 40th line it will give you, yeah, this is your another error. Okay, so like this way it is going to work. Is every time it will give you a new error, and when you're removing that error, it will move to the next part. Okay. Also, like this is the error one, and after that you are getting the output. Okay. So what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Compiler is giving you all the errors at a time. Interpreter is giving you error one at a time. Okay. What is happening? Compiler is going to check your whole code once, and interpreter is going to check your code one line at a time. Okay. In the compiler, what is happening? The debugging is very hard. Okay. Like when you are getting 100 of errors, 30 of errors, 40 of errors in your code, so it is very hard to remove every error. Okay. And in the interpreter, what is happening? Because we are getting one error or two errors at a time. Okay. So it is very easy. We can just remove the error and we can move to the code. Okay. Now compiler is giving you all the errors at a time. So that's why it is little bit fast, and interpreter is giving you one error at a time. So it is little bit slow. Okay. But both are good. Okay. Now the third, what is this third thing? The third thing is assembler. Assembler is that software, okay, that is going to convert assembly language into the output. Okay. So assembler we are going to use for the assembly language only. Okay. Okay. So this is like what is language translator and the basic of programming. In the next session, I will tell you how a Python program is going to be executed. Okay. And after that, we are going to start how to install Python in your system. And after that, which IDE we are going to use to write a code. Okay. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye. If you like this session, please like this, share and subscribe. Okay. We will meet you in the next session. Bye. Take care.